This week on Daybreak, we have all of your news, weather, and entertainment information.
As well as a look inside a Southside boutique and some great tips for your Valentine's Day budget. Good morning, everyone. In campus news, Point Park's prestige gained major points this week when Professor Anthony Moretti was named the editor of a new electronic news journal. Moretti is an associate professor of broadcasting and will publish material relating to electronic news, like websites, radio, and television. Dr. Moretti served as the editorial board director before being promoted to editor, and we couldn't be happier with his promotion. And all of us here at UView want to take a moment to extend our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of George Roland White. White was a longtime supporter and benefactor of the Point Park community and unfortunately passed away during winter break earlier this year. White's many contributions to the culture and arts at Point Park include the GRW Theater, as well as many dance studios bearing his name. His tireless efforts to make our campus an agent of change and influence in the downtown area will be treasured for many years. And Point Park is showing all forms of love this Valentine's Day. The Only Love photo project, which will be hosted on February 13th in Lawrence Hall outside of the cafe. According to the Globe, students are encouraged to wear white t-shirts and promote the phrase, "Only Love." The campaign began last year in response to suicides in the gay and lesbian community instigated by bullying. If you want to know more about the Only Love campaign or you want to check out photos, visit www.theonlyloveproject.tk. You can also check out www.facebook.com/onlylovecampaign. And a quick update on the conservatory and their spring shows taking place right now. Pittsburgh native Eric Burns returns to his hometown to premiere his new play, Midstrut. It tells the tales of heartache, betrayal, infidelity, and unrequited love between high school friends. And then it runs between February 19th, or until February 19th, excuse me. An upcoming show called Marathon 33 debuts this February 24th at the Playhouse. M33 spotlights a young vaudeville performer making her way in the Depression-era dance scene. For tickets to that show, visit the Playhouse website or call 412-392-8000. And that's all we have for your campus news today. Let's hear from national news reporter Hunter Tresnicki on what's going on around the country. Hunter?
Thanks, Alex. Good news for those of you who will be looking for jobs in the near future. The number of available jobs in the United States jumped to a near 3-year high last month. The Labor Department says companies and governments posted nearly 4 million jobs in December. That's up from the 3.12 million advertised in previous months and almost matches the 3-year high that was reached in September. Karen Handel, an executive with the Susan G. Komen for the Cure breast cancer charity, has resigned following a dispute over funding for Planned Parenthood. Handel said in her letter of resignation that she supported cutting off funding for the Planned Parenthood. Handel's resignation comes after the reversal of a previous decision the Komen charity made to exclude funding to the Planned Parenthood program. So what would you think if I said the entire faculty of your home elementary school was dismissed? Well, this is the case in a Los Angeles school district. The faculty at Miramont Elementary School was removed following the arrest of 2 teachers on lewd conduct charges. One of the teachers was charged with committing lewd acts on 23 children, the other arrested on suspicion of fondling 2 girls in his classroom. According to an Associated Press article, the school superintendent says staffers are being replaced because a full investigation of allegations is disruptive, and staffers require support to get through the scandal. An entire new staff has been trained to take over teaching for the time being. Parents and citizens have taken to the school grounds to protest for and against the decision. Classes resume today with the newly trained staff. Switching to some political news, former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum enjoyed a sweep of 3 states in the GOP race for the White House. Santorum took Colorado, Minnesota, and Missouri and moved into a close lead behind current frontrunner Mitt Romney for the Republican ticket. Included in the evening of winning, Santorum raised about $250,000 overnight, cash he needs to take his upstart bid for the Republican presidential nomination to Romney's level. And one of the biggest fish in the sea was reeled to shore in a Pakistani port. The Express Tribune, a Pakistani newspaper, reported that the 40-foot whale shark was first spotted 10 days ago in seas about 90 miles from the port. The shark was then auctioned off for almost $19,000, and that is about the size of a school bus. That's all for your national news. Now back to Amanda and Alex at the couch.
A whale the size of a school bus.
I know, $19,000, that's a little much.
I didn't hear that in the news, did you?
No,
No.
I don't fish that much, no.
Right. Thank you, Hunter. When we come back, I'll have what's going on around the city.
And a look inside a Southside boutique. Stay tuned.
Hey, Point Park students, listen up. We have some important news for you. I'm Cassie Raddick, and you're lucky enough you get to watch this channel.
That's right. Hey everyone, I'm Ashley Lefevre, and we just wanted to let you know that Point Park University's campus television station, UView, is your go-to spot for campus news, sports, and entertainment.
We have shows such as Pioneer Sidelines, which is the longest running show in the station's 5-year history. But Sideline isn't the only show we have here on UView. We also have a morning show, Daybreak, which highlights your local weather, entertainment, and news. What more could you want?
With the addition of music and action sports shows, UView has taken over the campus with quality programming all for you. Be sure to tune in to Channel 4 to keep up to date on everything going on with the campus. UView.
It's all for you.
Welcome back. In city news, an unidentified man stole an SUV from the Green Tree area, then plowed into the PNC First Side building downtown. A man we now know as Richard McGee is a 5'9" African-American. He drove his Hyundai Santa Fe into the front revolving doors of the PNC property during rush hour last Tuesday. No one was hurt during the accident, and Richard escaped on foot. Occupy Pittsburgh was booted off the BNY Mellon Green a week ago today. Amidst their departure, sex offender allegations were brought against James Francis Hoff, an apparent leader of the Occupy Pittsburgh movement. Hoff allegedly failed to register as a sex offender for Megan's Law violations. Occupy spokesman Jeff Sex said the situation is unfortunate, but said his background. Hoff remains in jail and is awaiting formal arraignment. The Port Authority of Allegheny County is proposing 35% service reduction. According to the Globe, the change will be effective in September if the Port Authority does not receive sufficient state funding. Other proposed changes are increased fare, which will go into effect this July. The changes will cut routes for the T and the buses. The Globe says that commuters and faculty members that depend on public transportation will be deeply affected. Director of Commuter Affairs Sarah George says that if you're concerned about the changes, voice your opinions to Governor Tom Corbett at www.keeppghmoving.com. A local candy store suffered extensive damage after a fire broke out in the early morning, February 3rd. In the Sarah's Candy Ice Cream Parlor on Adams Road in Canonsburg, Washington County, a fire sparked by a faulty furnace caused by billows of smoke and fire that could be seen for miles. The Pittsburgh staple employs around 70 people, all of whom were unharmed and are standing by until they can return to work. Sarah's owners say they expect only a month or so recovery. And if you're stuck on what to wear for your Valentine's date on Valentine's Day, UView reporter Evan Flattis has the scoop on a Southside boutique. Let's check it out.
Minton began her career styling for film and television in Los Angeles. She now hopes to bring that eye for vintage clothing to Pittsburgh.
I've lived in Southside for a few years now, and I like it down here, and I feel like there should be more retail, period, down here, just to make it a more like well-rounded area. And I liked this block especially, and I wanted to try and get a space that I could renovate a little bit and make my own. I really think Southside is lacking in retail, so and this is kind of my neighborhood. I was excited to live and work in the same neighborhood. I think that's cool.
Minton began selling her own pieces through popular fashion website Etsy.
Well, I started on Etsy, and I don't have like 8,000 sales on Etsy. I just enjoyed, like, I worked with Vintage at Avalon, and I've always loved it. And I really like everything that goes along with actually working in a store. And I think that's the most important reason that I wanted to do this. I like doing it. I like working in a store. And when you get to do it your way, obviously that's the best way, because it's your way.
Minton also hopes to help the student population of Pittsburgh by providing internships and occasionally jobs.
Also, it's hard to be a student, and even if it gives you an extra $50 a month, that means a lot as a student. I was a student, I understand that completely. That's where a lot of that comes from, that want and that want. I want to help them because I understand it's really hard. That's why if students ask me for internships or to loan clothes or to take pictures in my store or interview me or whatever, I'm more than happy to do that.
As for the future, Kate has no plans on slowing down anytime soon.
I'd love to get into wholesaling. I'd love to grow online. That's kind of more immediate goal. Get more of an online presence and try and make more out of that. Like I said, I'd love to get into wholesaling. I'd love to put these stores in different cities. I have a lot of people that come in from out of town because Southside's such a touristy, it's becoming a very touristy area in Pittsburgh. And so many people are like, oh, I wish they had a store like this in whatever, Columbus or Austin so, I mean, eventually I'd love to do that and have a bunch of little stores all over the place.
Wow, such great looks. Thank you, Evan. When we come back, we'll have Mary Hours with your weather report and some tips on what not to do for Valentine's Day. Stay tuned.
Hi, you're tuned into Point Park University Television, and UView is for you. Stacy?
Yes, Dan. UView is for you.
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 UView is for you. UView is for you. UView is for you.
Chances are this has happened to you. Once again, UView is frozen and you're unable to watch your favorite student-run television network at your own leisure.
Who can blame you for wanting to watch shows like Daybreak, Pioneer Sideline, and Ear Candy? We sure don't.
Well, where'd they go? What the heck?
We understand your frustration, and what you need is assurance that this will never happen again, and insurance in case of another UView outage.
If you live on campus, then you are at risk, and you need Viewsurance.
With Viewsurance, you'll have peace of mind in an unsafe world.
Don't worry, you're covered.
Viewsurance does not cover loss of audio, VTR gate, lower third error, or commercials from 4 years ago.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Daybreak, and I'm Mary Hours with your weekly weather report. Now today is a pretty nice day. Degrees right below the average point, and the low tonight is 21. Take a look at tonight. We are going to see some snow showers, so be careful when you're out traveling. And if you have any plans for Valentine's Day, let's take a look at the 5-day forecast and see how your day is going to turn out. Pretty mediocre, and the same trend as we are going to have today. High of 33 and the low at 29. Take a look at Wednesday. We are going to see some rain, and at night 32 degrees for the low, so be careful if you're out and about. And Thursday, be careful for your morning commute. 50 degrees for the high and 26 for the low. And Friday, sorry guys, we are going to see some snow and not so much of that nice weather anymore. Winter is definitely here, and the high of 37 and the low at 25. Back to you guys at the couch.
We need some hot weather, Mary. Thank you so much. If you're nervous about breaking the bank on Valentine's Day, you don't have to be. LivingPittsburgh.com has given plenty of suggestions on how to enjoy more while spending less. Head up to Oliver Twist on 6th Street from 4 to 6 p.m. to take advantage of their happy hour specials. Select appetizers are half off, along with select wines offered at $4. You can also check out Jazz Live from 5 to 7. This is a free jazz concert sponsored by the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, and it's held at the Backstage Bar behind Theater Square Garage. The Silk Elephant in Squirrel Hill has tapas for as low as $3 from 3:30 until 6, and Valentine's on Ice in Shenley Park is just $4 a couple. This includes flowers, chocolates, massages, and so much more, and this goes until 11 p.m. The Melting Pot in Station Square is also offering a great deal. For $38 per couple, you can get a cheese fondue, a chocolate fondue, and a bottle of wine. On Sunday through Thursday, the offer starts at 9 p.m., and on Friday and Saturday, this starts after 10:30 p.m. Be sure to get a reservation. And lastly, the Pennsylvania Wine Cellar, also in Station Square, offers several local wines for under $12. You can personalize these bottles of wine for $3.50 per label, bringing your total cost to around $15. And remember to have fun this holiday. And remember, even if you don't have a Valentine, it never hurts to treat yourself. Now let's hear from Daybreak correspondent Cassie Raddick on what not to buy for your Valentine. Cassie?
Thanks, Alex. Well, Valentine's Day is a drag for some, especially those with no Valentine at all. But sometimes not having a Valentine is better than getting insulted with a really terrible gift. We here at Daybreak have been working very hard to give you the top 10 worst Valentine's Day gifts to give on this most romantic day of the year. So here we go. Number 10, mints. Giving your significant other mints not only lets them know that you were too cheap to buy them some nice chocolate, but that their breath smells. So think again on this one. Number 9, edible arrangements. You might as well just give them a big bowl of fruit. Number 8, a long Facebook status dedicated to your boyfriend or girlfriend. Please, please, please do not subject us to that. Number 7, a gym membership. Giving this gift is not exactly the best idea after a nice romantic 7-course meal. Number 6, the Walgreens special. $5.99 for a teddy bear, a box of chocolates, and a beautiful heart-shaped red balloon. The trick to a successful Valentine's Day is in the effort, so skip this on your next drugstore one. Number 5, a cookbook. This is a definite no-no for the ladies. You want to avoid a mixed message as much as possible. Number 4, cheap wine. Don't go to a convenience store or the grocery store. Cheap wine smells really poor and doesn't taste that good either. Again, take time into buying a nice bottle for the both of you to share. Number 3, anything sexual. This tells your Valentine that your relationship is purely physical and you need to spice it up. And that also tells your Valentine that there was a Spencer's on the way home. Number 2, gag gifts. Fake vomit and whoopee cushions are completely unsuitable for Valentine's Day. Save that for April Fool's Day. And number 1, absolutely nothing. This is the worst gift of them all. So please put aside some time and buy something wonderful for your Valentine. And if you're not sure what to buy, maybe you should really think about if you should be with this person in the first place. Now back to you guys at the couch.
Thank you, Cassie, for the great gift ideas.
Those are some interesting ideas. I like the mints. I think you gave your boyfriend mints once.
I did, but it was a really cool package.
And fake vomit, my mom might have gotten once or twice too. So thanks, Cassie. That was great.
When we come back, we'll have Mary Beth Reed for entertainment.
And Selena Pompiani will be here showing us how to make a special Valentine's Day treat. Stay tuned, guys.
I want to help out with UView, but I don't know if I have enough credits or even enough experience.
You can become a part of UView the minute you become a Point Park student. You learn how to work the equipment from upperclassmen, classes, and in the studio.
Wow, that's awesome! Now I can gain hands-on experience before I even start my career.
UView has numerous opportunities for you to help, whether it's being an analyst for Pioneer Sideline, or a host for Daybreak, or a reporter for Ear Candy.
If you're interested in becoming a part of UView, contact the UView staff at uview@pointpark.edu.
Or visit the UView pages on Facebook and Twitter.
I'm Mary Beth Reed with your entertainment news. The NFL is yet again apologizing for another Super Bowl halftime show. The singer MIA flashed her middle finger to over 100 million viewers while they watched this year's show. The gesture was made when she appeared during Madonna's performance of the new hit single, Give Me All Your Lovin'. According to the Associated Press, NBC briefly blurred the screen to hide the gesture, but missed it by less than a second. Otherwise, the show went on without a hitch. Madonna performed multiple hits, while including some of today's artists to join in on the fun. The Material Girls shuffled with LMFAO, cheered with MIA and Nicki Minaj, and prayed for world peace with CeeLo Green. This was the most watched halftime show featuring entertainment on record. And moving from the stadium to the shore, the man who wants to have his face in the dictionary next to the phrase too much swag is about to make another claim to fame. MTV gave Jersey Shore reality star Pauly D the green light to have his own spin-off reality show entitled The Pauly D Project. The show will follow the star as he pursues his DJ career after signing on to 50 Cent's record label, and will continue his path until his performance as Britney Spears' opening act on her world tour. The first episode will air on March 29th at 10:30 p.m. on MTV. And with Grammy season upon us, the stars are highly anticipating the evening. The top nominated artists for this year are Kanye West, who has 7 Grammy nominations, but not far behind him are Adele, the Foo Fighters, and Bruno Mars, who are all nominated for 6 awards. The 54th Grammy Awards will air live on February 12th at 8 p.m. on CBS. That's all for entertainment news today. Let's take it back to Amanda and Alex.
Thanks, Mary Beth. We'll have to check out the Grammys this Sunday. So we have Selena Pompiani with us. Around this time of year, you can spend a lot of money, you know, getting something for your loved ones or for yourself. But
or
Selena
you can
has
go
some
cheap,
tips.
just like this. So what are we making, Selena?
Yeah, well, we are making Oreo truffles, and this is a really simple, easy trick.
Good.
I'll be honest with you, I don't cook.
But this
I don't
isn't
know
cooking.
how.
I do a little bit of
but
cooking.
this is easy. If you want to make a nice sweet for your sweetheart, it's simple, it's delicious,
There you
love
go.
it. So, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
to make some truffles?
I see lots of chocolate.
So
I'm
what we're
getting
gonna
excited.
do? Here, Amanda, you take.
What do you want me to do?
First wig.
Okay.
Get a little bit of that cream cheese.
So we're putting a little bit of cream cheese in the
love
bowl here.
cream cheese.
I do too.
You can just guesstimate, right? You don't have to really measure.
Nope.
Just like that?
You can make a little sized ball or a big one.
Just like that. And these are just crushed Oreos, correct?
Yeah, mix it around.
Okay.
And then put a little bit of these crushed Oreos.
Might be easier with the fork. Let's see that.
Kind of mash it down. You guys can do all of that. Look at how nice that
This
looks.
is harder than it looks,
So
guys.
we need more in there, I think. It's a lot of cream cheese. And I like Oreos, so.
It's
Very
not
creamy.
too tricky though. All you got to do, I would say the hardest part is just crunching up.
Matching
yeah.
these, yeah.
It's
So
not
you
just
put these like
Oreo
in a paper
crumbs.
bag or like a plastic bag and mash them up on the counter?
Yep.
Just go, if you're
Get a
really
hammer.
angry, if you're angry one night, just this is a great treat to
Exactly.
make.
If you don't have anyone to spend Valentine's Day with, take it out on the Oreos.
Perfect.
Make it for yourself.
There you go.
I'm going to do it.
You and your dog just go
Me
at
and
it.
Bentley.
Pretty cheap too. I mean, probably spent less than $10.
All right, so
Right,
once we
and-
make these here, we have to coat
Yes.
them in chocolate.
Yes.
Do you think that's good? Okay.
Perfect.
They look great. Let's
Now we just have to
look
roll
how
it up
nice
into
that
a little.
Looks perfect.
It looks
Beautiful.
perfect.
Looks like a
Perfect.
Dalmatian is what it looks like.
All right, and now once you have the crumbs on top of the cream cheese and you created a little ball, you're going to take this delicious melted chocolate. This is very simple too. You can get like Hershey bars and just melt it until it's nice and creamy.
Okay. So here, let's put it on the wax paper here.
Good idea, Alex.
So here, there's my first little munchkin there. What are they called? Truffles, you said? Truffles, right?
Yes, sir.
And then how long do we put these in the fridge? Or they go in the fridge, correct?
They do.
How long do they go in for? You can just dump it, probably. There you go.
Probably a couple hours.
It's like I'm at the
let 'em
Hershey
freeze.
factory.
Oh yeah, you need to keep them in there for at least an hour. I put them in the freezer sometimes.
In the freezer, okay.
Sarah's Candy's out of business.
I know.
So.
Hey, it's,
It's
a new side business. We're in business and they're out, right? There you go.
Yummy.
Those look amazing.
I love chocolate.
I do too. I wonder how healthy it is.
All right.
Definitely go for a run after you have these, though, I'm sure.
Is this milk chocolate too?
It is.
Semi-sweet?
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
Dark chocolate, a little bit healthier if you want to go that way.
No,
Good
we
for the
don't.
heart.
Nope, we definitely want the semi-sweet.
Okay, so now, after you've waited and after, you know, it's sat and it's nice and
They look just like
here
that.
it is. This is what it's going to turn out to be
Amanda
like.
wants that one right there.
Mm-hmm. I do.
You do? Let's plop it
hands
on
are
top of
pretty
that Oreo.
And go at it.
And there
Okay.
you go.
Let us know what I'm going to have
You
this
eat it
half.
with the Oreo?
I'm going to have half of it.
Yes.
Take it off?
I'll eat it with
I'll
it.
try it.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness. I feel...
Oreos are probably the worst thing to eat on air, too. It's
I
going to
can't-
stick in my
So
teeth.
good.
We can't finish the show. I think we're done here.
Yeah.
Delicious.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So.
Well, thank you so much, Selena.
Thank you,
This was-
Selena.
Thank you for having me.
And it's so cheap. It's so cheap. That's perfect.
Simple, cheap.
It's my
And
last
easy.
semester, so
It is.
I don't really have enough money
Cheap
left.
and easy are my middle names, both of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Join us next week.
Look how yummy that